Oops. Forgive me, guys. My phone doesn't like to react to my buttons correctly. Alright, this time I reveal some updates that I learned. First, a tip right now is the Worms event. Let me tell you, this event is very, very lucrative. I've done videos on it in the past. I am serious. Extension component is unlimited. You use extension component like crazy. Not only that, but look at that. 2,200 serum sample. Hold on. If I open my mail, let's see what I end up with now. Another 88. So almost 2,300 serum sample in a day and a couple hours. Let's see. 5 and 6 give off the same amount of extension components, so it doesn't matter. I can solo both. I can solo and kill a level 6 with my leftover march, which we're about to find one if we can, and I'll show you. Well, there's another 5, so I'll just kill another 5 for now. And we'll see the reports after that. Let me explain a few things to you about formation. Now, you guys have seen my Void videos. Last Void is a very, very good explanation. Now, don't forget, it is very important to have strong officers. If you do not take care of your officers, your troops are useless, all right? Tier is a big deal when it comes to 2 tiers above. But when you're working with the top 2 tiers, each troop has a job. Okay, so you do use the top 2 tiers. Don't think that if all T10, you can't get an advantage on somebody else. If they have strong officers, man, I'm sorry. A lot of these guys out here, they spend a lot of money. It is just, their free time. They make a lot of money at work, whatever, and that is what they like to do. When you have really strong officers, you are going to do some damage. So, with that said, let's go over a few things. You guys are all familiar with the Tyrant of Doom event and Doom's Iron Grip. You're also familiar with the Fiend here, the Challenge the Zombie, okay? In that event, snipers are very, very, very effective. But if any of you guys are familiar with real battle, snipers are like paper, man. They just die like crazy. And the only reason that they might survive is because somebody else or another troop of yours that you use that isn't even an efficient killing troop, but you lost an exponential amount of them. Okay, so the alternative. Let me first, let's just be simple, because if I keep making these long videos, you guys won't get the message. All right, launchers, completely useless. I have not found a single use for them except farming. So if you see a guy full of launchers, you hit that fucker, you'll get free points. Snipers, very effective in the monster events. They're also very good for defense because they do kill a lot, but they die. So in offense, they're not safe unless you have a really good conversion rate, which I have a decent one, and it is possible to get 40%, I think maybe even more. So you can use them if you don't have the other option. Lasers are your killers. These are your number one most important killers, T10 lasers, okay? But they're hard to replace, and yes, they do get hit heavily. To work with that, you need your shredders. Your shredders, now you can read the bonus here. It says when battling, a damage reduction is triggered every 8 seconds. Damage taken is reduced 34% in the last 4 seconds. The damage is reduced. Your shredders originally, when I did a video before, I found the shredders to not kill as much as what these tanks do, the T9 tanks, the death tanks, but my army would have more left afterwards. So I would lose less. I might not kill as many with the front line, but I lose less troops. Well, what's more important for the next battle? You can kill more if you can get in more battles. Well, if you're saving and protecting troops, you have more troops to enter more battles. So that's where the shredders come in. And not only that, now with the new, I don't know what update it was, or if it's just the fact that we have been strengthening our front lines with our officers. You know, once you max out on your long range attacks and stuff, you have to find another alternative for third, fourth passive, maybe even fifth. So we start strengthening our fronts. The shredders are paying off. Mid-range. Now there's word that they did an update where they increased the buff on the mid-range. My experience has a hard time with understanding how there's room for a mid-range to be effective. Now I come from War and Order. I come from Game of War originally, but in Game of War, it was one type troop strength. It wasn't about the full army. All right, so there wasn't a front, mid, long range. There was this troop's weak to this troop. So if that guy is full of this troop, use this troop that's strong to that troop, and you know, go exponentially strong, extreme strength in that troop that's strong against his weakness. In this, you need all of your troops, one way or another, or at least a majority of them. So, with that said, your bikes are great killers. They're kind of like snipers, not because they can't take a hit, because they have really high HP. But here, let me see if I can move this. There you go. Look at the HP on that, 5,000. It's not because they can't take a hit. It's because they're mid-range. So if you put a number of them in and your front line goes down, who's going to get it first? The middle. The back line, the range do not get... They get hit throughout the battle against a castle by the wall defenses. So if the guy's got really good wall defenses, you're going to take some hits. Even if you win the battle, range is going to take some hits. So when you're using your mid-range troops, you don't want to spend a lot of them. And if you're going, whatever you do put, you want to make sure that you have the front line to uphold them as well. Okay? What's up, Benjamin? What about Sniper, my friend? I can't read your name, your foreign language. So I'm sorry, I'm a dumb American. I don't know a lot. So you're going to want to focus on having roughly 30% front line. If you're going in for like an SOS or a really big hit, and you're going in solo, you're going to want maybe even to do 35-40% front line. Depends on how your stats are arranged and the target you're hitting. But your front line is to be the wall, to give the biggest window for your range to just go ham. Just untouched, just straight unloading, and for the longest amount of time. All right? In an SOS, you're just taking wounded. You don't want to send too much front line to where you're losing the attack power and you're kind of just butting heads. Okay, so there is a point where you need to decide your strength. You need to understand what your stats are and what your strength is. And only experience can tell you, because there's so many variables. So, again, bikes is a mid-range. And then we have, infantry are totally useless. There is not a single thing I've found for them. Not even really a frontline position. They're the troop that's all the way in the front on the right side, and they go down immediately. They are totally useless. I have not found any reason to use them. I'll put one in just because I have them. Miniguns are great. They're great because they cover your right rear. They stand in front of your snipers. Okay? Now, that's what brings me back here. You have your lasers that are killers. Now, going to T11, which is coming out. Okay? This guy, the Light Energy Shielder. The Shielder is a far-range troop. It sits way in the back, all the way on the left, and it's the last to be touched. All you need is one, and that sucker can bubble 1, 2, 3 troop types at one time. Okay, and when it's shielded, it extends. Sorry, my daughter, I'm watching her. it extends the life of that troop because it's under the bubble. You always want to include a shielder. You don't need a lot of them. You don't need a lot of them at home either. They do get kills, but really, ultimately, their job is to have one stay alive, stay in the back, and throw the shields up. Read the bonus. Every 4 attacks will trigger a shield on a friendly target, which can offset a certain amount of damage. All right, so if 4 seconds ago it shielded your snipers, and your snipers are still up and they haven't even been touched, they stay shielded still, they're in their bubble, so the shielder will now bubble another troop. I've had to where I've gone to 12 seconds where the first bubbled troops didn't get touched, so it bubbled a third. Normally it'll bubble the snipers, then the lasers, then the miniguns. So, you do need your shielders. They're very important. There is no use for these troops whatsoever, the ultimate armored soldier, and especially not the Havoc Dominator. Let's see. T9 is the Stormtrooper. I have not found. Now I've had some people explain to me that the Stormtrooper did have some special use at a time, or I don't know if they got lucky or if they were battling somebody so far from their strength. I don't know, but these guys stand right in the middle on the. Hold on, soldiers right in the middle front. Where do they stand? They stand next to the infantry. I'm trying to remember. Sorry, I've gone blank because I haven't used them in a while. So your very front left. Nope, they're in the front left with the armored soldiers. So there's the armored soldier and the stormtroopers are on the front left side. Okay, and then you have the laser cannons are in the very center range, all the way in the back, and your shielders are on the very left in the back. So those are those 4 troops. It goes in your front right is infantry, minigun, sniper. Your front left is your stormtrooper, armored soldier, shielder. In the middle is your shredder tank, hold up the front, the very front. And then right behind the shredder is the bike, and the launcher is on the right side when you have them in there. All right, so I'm sorry if I've confused you guys. Let me see if I can find a battle report, and I'll explain it to you. Now, that's another thing. Yeah, I did just lose my job today. I posted. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, and my lady is quite upset. All right, so let's see what this brings us. So I have. Hold on, can I pause it? How do I pause it? I guess I can't pause it. All right, so I have one of every troop in every battle. All right, so your front left is the armored soldier. I guess I don't have stormtroopers in the battle. Okay, so I'm the red. Front left is armored soldier. Behind the armored soldier on the left is the bikes, obviously. Then there's the laser cannons. I don't have a shielder in this battle. You can see the shredder on the left center with 79. You can see the tanks with 200. On the right center, you can see 1 infantry. You can see my launchers has 1 launcher right dead center. Then you have my miniguns at 12.2K. My laser cannons at 4.7. My assault tanks at 5.9, and then my snipers at 99.5. Now, if you go back and you look at that battle report, I lost a ton of troops. Now, that was late after I... well, the level 6 worm, I only hit it at 100% because you wasted a turn. You wasted chance, so I only hit 100%. Hold on 1 second, I'll hit one so you can see it happening. Um, wow, you saw that. I didn't even see that. All right, let me find one. I can hit and kill a level 6 with my second march, meaning I can send it a level 5 with my first strongest troops, and then send a level 6 with my leftovers and still kill it. So it is possible. It's just your stats. You really gotta be. And I'm not even skilled for killing either. I'm skilled for monsters and resources in a sense. I don't really skill resources. It's just where the hell my daughter's playing by herself with her stuff and then watching TV. It's like she's getting used to the routine or something. Dude, this is such a long way. This video is meant to be about troop formations. I'll give you guys a second to kind of take in and form some questions, and then I'll go back over everything in just a second. Is this guy 100%? Yep. Alright, so send in my first march, 197. Let's find a level 6. What's wrong, baby? What happened? What happened? Come here. What happened, sweetie? What happened? Did you fall down? Come here, baby. What happened? What happened? You get boom? Say hi. Want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Did you get boo boo? What happened? Um, pay attention to you. She's turning my head back and forth. I gotta find me a level 6, and I gotta explain this stuff to you guys before she drives me to take her to bed. Hey, hey, relax. It's okay, baby. What happened? Where's Clifford? Where's Clifford? What do you mean, huh? Where's Clifford? And where's Pillow? Where's Clifford and Pillow? Where the fuck is a level 6? That's ridiculous. Look, somebody hit it again and lost. Where's Clifford? And guys, if you're gonna lose against a worm, don't hit it. You get depends actually. Let me rephrase. Pay attention to your extension component because that's the only thing that matters. So if you're not damaging, Booger, why are you being a whiny butt? What do you mean? You're just full of words. I can't understand them. She's saying hi. She's very, very smart, man. No, I only pay attention to extension components. Period. None of the other stuff matters. The only thing that matters in a worm is extension component. Everything else, you can go to sleep and then you'll have it tomorrow. I mean, it's speeds and resources. Like, those don't matter. If you want to be successful with time and resources, build farms. Especially when you don't have a busy job. You save money by spending a little bit of time in farms. Dude, this is getting ridiculous. Like, how do I scroll the whole map and not find a level 6? I don't know, sweetie. Where's Clifford? Where's Clifford? No, I didn't, but Warren Order's got like 100 planets, dude. So this game's like quite tiny then. Hold on. Let me see. Because I've never even looked. Not even once. Wow. So there's only 3. Um, I think that it is because Age of Z is taking off. It's got its name out there now because of people like me, that really, um, well, not when I'm making a dull ass video searching for a level 6 fucking. It's ridiculous. All right, forget the worm. Back to formation. I probably lost a lot of viewers on this. You got to think, guys are logging onto this video to look at this video and learn about formation, and they're watching me circle around. Yeah, I know, but I might as well have gotten it by now. There's probably other people that wanted to see it. Okay, so let's do a recap. Your snipers are the troop for your even tier 2 recruit, but you don't need them in your offensive attack. In your offensive attack, you need your shredders, a couple of your T9 tanks. So let's talk T9, T10, all right? You're going to want heavy shredders, almost as many as you can fit in there. Then you're going to want, I don't know, a third of your shredders in tanks just to cover that side, the right side. All right. Then you're going to want, sorry. Ridiculous. Then you're going to want heavy, all of your laser cannons that you can fit. Okay. All of your laser cannons that you can fit. You're going to want 1 shielder. I keep hitting the wrong damn building somehow. 1 shielder at least. If you want to put 5 in there to substantially increase the chance that they survive, but there's no reason they wouldn't. They're always last to be hit. So lots of shredders, some T9 tanks, all the laser cannons you can, and anything left over, you're going to want to add your uranium cannons or your odd tier cannons. Okay, so there's tank and cannon, shredder, and bike. Your bikes and your miniguns are going to be side by side. So when you control your formation, you control the battle. All right. So if you've only got troops that you have made strong, so you've supported their strengths, and you're controlling it using your skills, and then the effective troop types to follow suit. All right, so your front line is going to be heavy in shredders because the shredders are going to reduce damage on your full army, plus they get kills. Then you're going to have tanks just so that your shredders aren't taking the full brunt. Then you're going to have bikes and miniguns, which are the most effective killers out of your mid-range line, and they're another line of defense for your range, giving your range the full array to attack. And then you've got your shielders, laser cannons, and tanks. And that's what you're going to go offense when there's chance, when even in SOS. But those are going to be the most effective to stand up strongest. And when you have a higher capacity of one troop type, every time that troop type gets a chance to fire, they kill more. So it's better to have more of less than how do I say this correctly? It's better to have more capacity of less troop types than more troop types of less capacity. Right, but it wouldn't make sense if I had just said it that way. More of less and less of more. So you're going to want more amount of specific select troop types, And then you're going to want, rather than less of more troop types. So you're controlling it. You're putting all of your power in select spots, and then you're using the most efficient troops. And even if you have no stats on your mid-range whatsoever, they're still filling a void. They're still, you call them decoys. They're your decoy troops. But the fact is, bikes kill the shit out of troops, and they do have a high HP. Miniguns also, and miniguns are in a good position. They're in a good cover. So you guys can play, and I'm sorry for that my videos get off tier sometimes, but I'm just glad I have this opportunity. But when you guys can go ahead and you can test out different things. Now, if you need to go back and reference to different things, I have it on videos. All right. I know that there's a lot of videos. I know I try to organize every so often because I can't do it for every video every time I put it up. But I try and put the important ones in playlists based on descriptions that explain exactly what you're looking for. Now, I can't have a billion different playlists because you're going to click on playlists and you're like, what the fuck? So I do the best that I can. I just want you all to know that I do try. And actually, I don't know what's going to happen with, the near future. But I would like to do some more to make my videos better for you guys, because I know that I only have this channel because the way that I help get the message out and relay information and help describe the how and why is why you guys actually watch the videos. But to have something more enjoyable in every area, I would like to do, but it's not cheap. And obviously, since I'm at a point where I need to just freeze all my money going out until I work out the math. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I know that there are a lot of people, just like in War and Order, that have done what I do before me. I played for a lot of years knowing that I could see and understand things that, spenders were the cool guys. The people that spent all the money, that had all the new things, those were the cool guys. Those were the guys that everybody got behind, that everybody, made the ringleader. But they wouldn't have a damn clue what they were doing. And I had to bust my ass to be able to make it. So I had to take all the free time I had to cover all my bases to enhance my growth in the best way possible. And then I had to make all the smart decisions most efficiently to have the best available everything. And that led to another game, Yeah, well, that is very true. And that's called humility. That's a very important thing to have. A humble person doesn't go out and say that they're humble. Formation to faith with others' faces. Say that again. What are you talking about? You're the star. Say hi. Say hi. I was okay. I just got to do it. What? Are you gonna play AOZ when you get older? What? Don't push buttons. Dude, she's my everything. Thank you. I love her too. I might keep her around a little while. Say hi. Say hi, Booger. Mmm. So, guys, I appreciate your patience. I appreciate all of you for everything. Now, I would like to, hey, relax. What are you throwing a fit? Throwing stuff at me. I appreciate you all. I can't say it enough, and I hope that through all this mess of me trying to explain things, I actually got some explanation across. So you'll see the big hitters when you get SOS. You will see there's the 6 right there. You will see shredders, bikes, and lasers, or just shredders and lasers. Okay. The fact is that they want to fill their march. So if they don't have enough lasers to take up a capacity, they add the next best killer. So here we go. Now you see the red bar versus the blue bar. See the difference there? All right. So your front right is the infantry. Your center there is the shredders. Your front left is the armored soldiers. Your bikes on the left side is the 4K. Your 3.2K is the miniguns. The lasers are the 4.1K, and then the snipers are 107.8. All right, because when I just queued all that went was my even troops. You talk way too much. Hey, what are you doing? So there's the level 6, and this is what you get. All right, 40 extension component. Look at all those fleet speed fragments. Wonderful. I don't pay attention to speeds because they never matter. They're not worth hitting for. You want to hit for the things that cost. Here's a level 5, 40 extension components, 100%. All right, so you get the same amount for 5 and 6. All right. The rewards are random and very similar. But the one thing that you need unlimitedly that you get from Worms is extension components. So that's what you're going to want to focus on. Is to hit the highest zombie that you can do enough damage on. So back when I could solo and kill a level 4, still nearly killing a level 5 got me more extension components. So I get like 36 extension component. Killing, I think I cannot remember exactly because I do so many different numbers and so many different things. But what I'm saying is I got like 5 to 6 more nearly killing a level 5 than killing a level 4 completely. Just because a level 4 tops out at a certain amount and level 5 goes higher. So you can see if you look back at my previous Worms videos, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So let me end this video because you guys, this was about troop formation. I did want to include Worms in it. I did. I didn't include it in the title because I wasn't sure how I was going to fit it in. But I think I will. I also have I play the Xbox One. And I just started playing. I'm like so old. But I think I'm going to go play a little bit of that and try and get my daughter to get tired. But my name is XXX YOLO, or the letter I, YOLO, letter I, XXX, because that's the only way they'd be able to do it. And have it look like my same tag. So, I appreciate you all. I love you guys. Sincerely. I'm going to figure out how to keep on doing what I got to do. So thank you. And you guys can go to my info page. You can get all the information to be able to reach out, to contact me about any questions you have, anything like that. And you can donate. You can donate now to my super chat. You can go and click on the little donate button if you so choose. And I, trust me, I'm an itemizer. So I itemize exact amounts that I get in different ways, and I put that value to use in that specific setting. So I will make use and I will remember you. Thank you very much and have a good night.